Delegates and guests, please take your seats and direct your attention to the screens as we acknowledge TAC's outgoing council and committee chairs. Their leadership has made valuable contribution to our collective work. Veuillez prendre votre place et porter votre attention sur l'écran alors que nous mettons en vedette le travail exceptionnel de nos présidents sortants. Leur leadership a apporté une contribution précieuse à notre travail collectif. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our lunch program. Please welcome our MC and TAC Executive Director, Dr. Sarah Wells, back to the stage. Bonjour et bienvenue à notre programme de déjeuner. Veuillez accueillir notre maître de cérémonie et directrice générale de l'ATC, la Dr. Sarah Wells, de retour sur la scène.
Thank you very much. Welcome back. It's me again. I'd like to acknowledge the young leaders on our staff who were responsible for that beat that's got us all raring to go. I hope you enjoyed some time touring the exhibition before lunch. J'espère que votre matin s'est bien déroulé et que vous appréciez l'exposition. There is certainly a lot to see there. Among the 75 or so industry partners in our exhibit hall, you'll find interesting technologies, products and services that will help you solve challenges in designing, operating, and maintaining roads, highways, and urban transportation systems. You may have also had the opportunity to see Transport Canada's display of equipment used to test driver assistance systems that's coming to Canadian passenger vehicles. You can check out the car on site and also watch the videos to learn how research on these technologies can help reduce fatalities and injuries on Canadian roads. All in all, the exhibition is a valuable component to the technical sessions and tours offered throughout the conference. There is lots of learning possible in all of those opportunities. This morning, you heard our president mention that TAC is fortunate to count more than 900 volunteers actively involved in our network of councils and committees. That's remarkable and makes TAC's work possible. Our achievements simply would not happen without their collaboration. Today, we'll take an opportunity to recognize the contributions of our volunteers and celebrate a few who have made a significant difference in our network. And we're happy to be once again providing a live stream of these award presentations. We are sure that some proud colleagues, friends, and family of today's honorees have joined us to help celebrate their achievements. Before we dive into the awards, here's how the presentations will work. As I introduce our recipients to you, I'll ask the winners to make their way on stage to receive their award. With the award in hand, each recipient will head to our winner's circle, where TAC President Sarah Thiele will be ready with congratulations, and our photographer will capture the moment for posterity. So let's get started. Sarah, I saw you arrive. Now's your time to take up the spot in the winner's circle. There you are. So first, it's my honor to introduce the recipients of this year's Leadership Award. These awards recognize individual volunteers who have provided continuous, effective leadership during 10 or more years of active participation on TAC councils and committees, and who have earned a reputation for their dedication, collaboration, knowledge, and integrity. It gives me great pleasure to present a Leadership Award to Anya Anthony from the Saskatchewan Ministry of Highways. A leader in TAC's pavements and soils and materials community, Anya is an effective advocate for the responsible use of road materials, as well as high-quality road design, construction, and management. She actively encourages innovation and interagency collaboration in the pursuit of quality and long-term road performance. Anya, we applaud your contributions. Congratulations. Please join me on stage.
Anya Anthony has served on the executives of both the Pavements and the Soils and Materials Committees, and has participated in working groups and subcommittees on recycled asphalt pavement, low-carbon life cycle assessment, and pavement design materials. Anya has been a member and leader in pool fund projects, has chaired or facilitated conference technical sessions, and co-led the development of a discussion paper on the impacts of wide-base single tires on Canadian flexible pavements.
Our second Leadership Award recognizes Dr. Jonathan Regier with the University of Manitoba. Jonathan is a leader in Canada's road safety and academic sectors and actively cultivates a culture of congeniality and collaboration on TAC councils and committees. He has also encouraged many young professionals to get involved in TAC. Jonathan, thank you for your efforts that help build a strong future for TAC and for transportation, and congratulations on this award.
Dr. Jonathan Regier joined TAC's Road Safety Standing Committee in 2012. He was active in establishing a new road safety professional RSP designation and participated on the North American Steering Committee that guided the launch of the RSP certification in 2018. John was also the inaugural chair of TAC's Educational Committee in 2021. He has built the committee's membership and encouraged the use of TAC's publications for instruction.
Our final Leadership Award today goes to Rob Hurd with Nova Scotia Public Works. Rob has been active in TAC's Traffic Operations and Management Committee, bringing decades of practical, operations-based professional experience to collaborate with peers on solutions that advance the state of practice in his own agency and the transportation sector. He has actively participated in many of TAC's pooled fund projects, including co-chairing the project to develop the 6th edition of the Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices for Canada. MUDCDC really just flows more easily. Rob has also given his volunteer time in support of TAC's award program, technical sessions, and the conferences in Halifax in 2010 and 2019. Unfortunately, Rob isn't here with us in person today, but we do thank him for his leadership. And Rob, if you're watching via live stream, congratulations on this well-deserved recognition. So congratulations again to all of our 2023 Leadership Award recipients. We do have more awards to celebrate, but before we get to those, it is my pleasure to welcome one of TAC's premier sponsors to the stage. I'm sure that you remember Caitlin Burley with the Nuclear Waste Management Organization from our panel this morning. Please welcome Caitlin back to share some of her perspectives with us.
Well, thank you very much for having me here, and congratulations to all of the award recipients. That's a really great honor. I'm Caitlin Burley. I'm the Director of Strategic Programs and Transportation at the Nuclear Waste Management Organization, or because we like acronyms, the NWMO. We're a non-for-profit organization that is responsible for implementing Canada's plan for the safe and long-term management of used nuclear fuel in a deep geological repository. This deep geological repository is going to be a highly engineered facility using a combination of engineered and natural barriers to safely contain and isolate used nuclear fuel for the long term, and it will be one of the largest infrastructure projects in Canada's history. Canada's actually at the forefront, or the front of the pack internationally, when it comes to implementing safe long-term management solutions for used nuclear fuel. And as jurisdictions around the world increasingly look to nuclear energy to meet their climate change goals, the work that we do at the NWMO means that Canada is seen as a global leader in that mission. So we're here today because the transportation of used nuclear fuel is going to be an important part of our planning. And we know that this is an area where people have many questions and some concerns. From the beginning, we've made it clear that we will only implement Canada's plan in an informed and willing host area where the municipalities, Indigenous communities, and others in the area are working together to implement it. And that's why we're so focused on understanding people's priorities. And after years of engagement, 10 years so far, how we will transport used nuclear fuel continues to be top of mind for many people, even though we won't be transporting used nuclear fuel until the 2040s when the Deep Geological Repository is operational. So our engagement and our engineering teams are working together to make sure that the conceptual planning and technical work is responsive to people's concerns. One reoccurring question we hear about from members of the public is how this project will impact existing transportation infrastructure. Because while our organization has many responsibilities when it comes to transporting used nuclear fuel, the infrastructure itself is predominantly outside of our scope, meaning that we will be transporting on existing either road or rail infrastructure. So we're here to learn more about how we can plan together in both aspects, responding to community concerns and attending conferences like this one. The NWMO really tries to align our work with the 7 grandfather teachings that we've had the opportunity to learn about through our work with Indigenous elders. And one of those teachings, the one that resonates the most with me, and I'm sorry for sounding like a broken record for people that were here this morning, is humility. Humility asks us to be compassionate and patient. And one of the key things that humility teaches us about leadership is that leaders listen. Too often we are taught to think that leadership is a matter of controlling a narrative and driving action, talking instead of listening. But by holding the lesson of humility close, we're reminded that leaders must hear others, empathize with their concerns, and understand where they're coming from. And I believe that this approach has been key to the success of NWMO's work so far. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of the conference and the opportunity to listen and to learn more from everyone around the tables here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Caitlin, and the NWMO for supporting TAC's work throughout 23-24. Now it's time to recognize the contributions of individual volunteers who have demonstrated notable levels of initiative, creativity, effort, or technical excellence in contributing to the work of TAC's councils or committees over the last 5 years. This year we celebrate 2 Individual Contribution Award recipients. First, welcome Mike Pearsall from the Ontario Ministry of Transportation, who has been a member of TAC's Geometric Design Committee and involved in its work since 2015, advancing the development of innovative solutions and national guidance. Mike, are you here? There he is.
As part of the Geometric Design Committee and its Revisions and Additions Subcommittee, Mike Pearsall proposed many improvements to the Geometric Design Guide for Canadian roads. Mike was a key player in enhancing the national applicability of the GDG chapter on interchanges, helped the Active Transportation Integrated Committee address design treatments such as right turn channels, and identify the need for updates to TAC guidance as part of the Joint Roundabout Subcommittee.
And now it's my pleasure to introduce our second Individual Contribution Award recipient, Denis Salaran from the Ministère des Transports et de la Mobilité durable de Québec. Denis contribue activement au Comité des chaussées et des sols et matériaux de l'ATC depuis 2019, où il a fait la différence dans les pratiques de l'industrie. Denis, rejoignez-moi sur la scène, s'il vous plaît.
Denis Salaran has been a valued member of TAC's Mechanistic Empirical Pavement Design Subcommittee, the Pavements and Soils and Materials Committees. En partageant de l'information, en examinant des documents et plus encore, il a contribué à améliorer les pratiques liées à la conception, à la construction, aux essais et à l'entretien des chaussées. Denis also made a notable volunteer contribution, revising 5 chapters of TAC's Pavement Asset Design and Management Guide over several years.
Congratulations, Mike, et félicitations, Denis, on receiving 2023 TAC Individual Contribution Awards. Next, let's hear from another of our premier sponsors. Representing Atkins Realis, I'm happy to introduce you to Vice President of the Transportation Agency Division, Catherine Tremblay. Welcome, Catherine, to the stage.
Bonjour à tous, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm truly pleased to talk about topics that are really important to me. One that will shape our planet for generations to come. Global warming is a challenge of a lifetime and is forcing us to reevaluate energy consumption, economic model, and the urgent need for sustainable solutions to ensure the preservation of the planet. By striking a balance between our economic imperative and implementing new technology in the value chain that reduce our carbon footprint can be difficult and require transformative change across industry, society, and economics. At Atkins Realis, we believe that it's possible to build a better future for our planet and its people. And we do that through the consulting and the engineering work we provide to our client as they undertake projects around the world and that need substantial level of effort around local community. The transportation industry will play a pivotal role in the net zero journey. We must first demonstrate the world that is part of the solution and not the problem. And we want to create sustainable and resilient infrastructure that minimize our footprint. We must rethink our relationship with the environment and the need for innovation. As an example of this on how Atkins Realis accompanies our client in the electrification effort, as many cities are actively working on electrifying, sorry about that, I'm French Canadian, so English is not my first language, their bus fleet, EV bus charging and maintenance facility to reduce greenhouse emission. We also play an important role in numerous light rail transit projects around the world, but also in Canada, including the recent REM in Montreal and the Canada Line in Vancouver, as well as in sustainable design projects that achieve an Envision certification, like the Champlain Bridge. This brings me to talk about our community involvement and the role of Indigenous relations is playing in building the net zero future. Indigenous people have a deep understanding of our nature, our strong connection with the land, and sustainable practice. Their knowledge, both in terms of environmental wealth and ancestral heritage, is deep in culture and tradition. At Atkin Realis, we believe that we must create a future that is environmentally responsible, socially just, and culturally rich by combining innovating technology and a deep respect for nature and regard for Indigenous rights and culture. Our Indigenous program fully supports our commitment to mutually respectful and meaningful relationship between Indigenous community, and some of our initiative includes the following. We created a special purpose limited partnership called E3 between Atkin Realis and ICE, Indigenous Community Engagement, to deliver projects that support Indigenous investment and long-term prosperity. Also, we collaborate with the Anishinabek-owned construction company called Shimokan to pursue transportation projects along the Highway 69 corridor. This kind of collaboration will reflect how we're going to deliver a future infrastructure project in Canada. We're also supporting the Wibikwe First Nation and Martin Fall First Nation in an Indigenous-led environmental assessment, providing environmental and preliminary engineering services to support design to critical link in the Ring of Fire network here in Ontario, with the objective of bringing sustainable transportation links to these community and the industry. This initiative will not only deliver tangible benefit to our Indigenous community, but will also set the standard for the future infrastructure projects across Canada. As we take meaningful steps towards emission-free tomorrow and more equitable and sustainable world, I look forward to share this journey with every one of you. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, Catherine and Atkins Realis, for sharing your perspectives with us today. And next up, we have more deserving recipients of recognition, this time with TAC's Committee Excellence Awards. These awards recognize excellence and innovation by TAC's volunteer groups that have contributed to our vision and mission through initiatives in the areas of knowledge building, professional development, or member engagement, proving once again that TAC is fortunate in having an abundance of committed volunteers. We are delighted to celebrate 3 different committees this year. Our first Committee Excellence Award goes to the Road Safety for Canadian Practitioners Project Steering Committee. Please welcome one of the committee co-chairs, Pedro Mizadpana from True North Safety Group, to accept our congratulations.
The Project Steering Committee guided the creation of TAC's first online training program, which launched in 2022. The committee gathered experienced perspectives from coast to coast to coast, small and large communities, plus all orders of government and private sector. Its members built a course curriculum of almost 1,200 slides, providing their commitment to creating the foremost online road safety training courses available anywhere for the benefit of Canadian practitioners.
Our second Committee Excellence Award goes to the Soils and Materials Committee, led by Chair Sina Veramini from CRM Canada. Sina, please join me on stage to accept our thanks to you and your committee.
One of the greatest strengths of the Soils and Materials Committee is its ability to attract and retain members from contractors, suppliers, agencies, and academic institutions. The committee organizes informative and well-attended conference sessions on established and emerging topics. Its volunteers invest considerable efforts organizing technology-focused paper sessions at each TAC conference, creating a legacy of documented knowledge for the wider industry. Recently, the committee initiated several pool fund projects and organized an engaging series of lunch and learn events.
Our final Committee Excellence Award recipient is the Vision Zero and Safe Systems Subcommittee, co-chaired by Nancy Badeau from the Ville de Montréal, Rahim Dolgir from TransSafe Consulting, and Suzanne Wu. Please welcome the Triple Threat to the stage to accept our congratulations.
Over the past 3 years, the Vision Zero and Safe Systems Subcommittee has advanced a new paradigm for road safety in Canada. Its volunteers organized technical sessions at TAC conferences, reviewed TAC publications with respect to safe system concepts, and made presentations to nearly all of TAC's committees and councils. Its volunteer members invested more than 425 hours surveying and synthesizing Vision Zero and safe system practices in Canada, and writing a primer on the subject that has been released as a TAC publication.
I don't know if you noticed as they crossed the stage, Suzanne is wearing one of their t-shirts. This is innovation in action. They've got Vision Zero t-shirts. And now I too am the proud owner of a Vision Zero and Safe Systems t-shirt. How about that? Congratulations again to all of the award recipients recognized today. If you want to be further inspired by any of them, you can read more in our awards e-booklet or watch the celebration video on TAC's website. And now it is time to introduce you to today's final premier sponsor. Please help me give a warm welcome to Rick Hine, Business Development Director for the Greater Toronto Region at Parsons.
Thank you, Sarah, for that. Welcome, everyone, to the 2023 TAC Conference themed Lessons in Leadership. I extend a warm welcome to everyone in attendance at our Monday lunch, where we'll be delving into the theme of recognizing TAC's people. This event is being live-streamed publicly. Hello, everyone. Again, I'm Rick Hine, Business Development Director for the Greater Toronto Region at Parsons. It's truly an honor for all of us at Parsons to be a premier sponsor at this year's TAC Conference. Our mission at Parsons is to provide innovative technology-driven solutions in defense, intelligence, and critical infrastructure across the globe, making the world a safer, healthier, and more connected place. We owe our success to our intelligent and diverse team of people, united by a common goal, delivering solutions that address tomorrow's challenges. Our supportive culture values innovative thinking, and we celebrate our achievements as a team, always focusing on imagining what's next. I'm excited to be part of this culture and to share with you today the contributions Parsons has made to Canada's infrastructure and transportation landscape through TAC. Today, TAC pays tribute to its difference makers, members who have dedicated their time and effort to advance the association's work and enhance transportation in Canada. TAC and the 2023 honorees include recipients of the TAC Leadership Award, TAC Individual Contribution Award, and TAC Committee Excellence Award. Congratulations again to all the winners. It's truly awe-inspiring and humbling to witness the selfless dedication of those who generously contribute their valuable time and boundless energy to improve our industry. We thank you all for your incredible efforts. Another round of applause. Thank you. In times of rapid change, leadership and innovation become paramount. How is Canada's transportation sector responding to transformative challenges in areas like safety and security, mobility, equity, technology, and climate change? Resilience. This conference will serve as a platform to showcase the invaluable lessons learned as organizations break new ground in their quest for bold transportation solutions. The 2023 technical program will feature over 100 presentation sessions, panel discussions, and workshops across multiple tracks aligned with TAC's councils and committees. More than 300 presenters representing businesses, municipalities, government transportation departments, associations, and academia will share insights on best practices, recount their successes and challenges, present intriguing research or analytical methods, convey ideas and opportunities, and provide a forum to discuss emerging transportation issues and more. We eagerly anticipate the stimulating and timely sessions, discussions, and workshops offered across the 6 unique technical tracks at this year's conference. I'm confident they will inspire numerous conversations and innovative ideas during and beyond the conference as we continue to share knowledge in our increasingly connected world. To be collaborative and lead by example is key and important in today's world. I think we should all make extra effort to keep on doing this. Working together, we better ourselves and we better the planet, and we better what we do. So thank you for being here and taking the time to learn more about Parsons. To close, I'll share a short video that represents a small snapshot of our infrastructure capabilities and how we are helping to deliver complex projects across the country. Thank you and enjoy the conference. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, Rick and Parsons, for your support of the conference and throughout the year. And that concludes today's lunch program. But as you get ready to enjoy your first afternoon of sessions, I'll remind you that if you pre-registered for a technical tour but are now unable to attend, please return your ticket to the tour to the info booth. Similarly, if you'd like to go on a tour but you didn't sign up, feel free to visit the info booth to check if any tickets for that tour have become available. 2 new tours, Tour L and Tour M, have been added on Wednesday morning. Check the app for details about those, and again, visit the info booth to see if tour tickets remain available. About 15 minutes before the advertised tour start times, you can head to level 1, and volunteers with clipboards will be there to provide instructions. And I know we're all looking forward to TAC's own edition of A Night at the Museum tonight. This is a special opportunity to enjoy the beautiful Canadian Museum of History. The food and beverage will showcase some of our region's local flavors, and Ottawa-born singer and musician Amanda Rayom has 2 performances at 8 and at 9. Shuttle buses to the museum will run from 5:30 to 7 p.m., picking up in front of the Westin Hotel. And you can also make the very scenic walk in about 20 or 30 minutes by going through Majors Hill Park and across the Alexandra Bridge. Or you can even get there using the water taxi service that departs from the base of the Ottawa Locks. Return shuttle buses back to Ottawa begin at 9 p.m. from the museum, with the last departure leaving at 11 p.m. More about tonight's event and the options for getting there are in the program section of the app and on TAC's website. I'm really looking forward to the evening, and I hope to see you there. Bon après-midi. Enjoy your afternoon.